Good misty morning, my friends. It's been a while since we've been here on the vlog, but today we are taking this back bed here, this really long back bed, and planting some garlic. As per usual, there's a jackhammer in the background, so let's just take a little quick montage of raking this flat so we can get our garlic cloves in. Okay, let's hit those cloves. Well, here are the varieties that we've got, quite a few. Right now, the garden Herman and I have to just start splitting cloves. Okay, you start there, I'll start here.
Yep.
We're just cracking the bulbs. That's all we're doing. And you just want to be careful not to remove the papery skin. Some of it is okay.
Yeah.
But all of it is not okay. It would rot away if you did that. So let's start going.
Right away, I can already tell that this is a hard nut.
Yeah. This one, look at that. That's actually sprouting already.
Oh, nice.
The bast. So this will do well. You know what we should do is, guys, if you have a prediction for how many cloves we're going to end up with, definitely drop it in the comments because I can't even estimate. We have at least 30 bulbs. So you got to imagine we got at least 150 cloves.
I'd say we're probably going to break 200
I think
for
so.
sure.
Yeah, I think
because
so.
I planted 200, and this looks like more.
This looks like more, yeah. So a friend of ours, Ann, she puts this bulk garlic buy in, and I went down the list and just ordered a quarter pound of every single thing just to see if it would work. So we're gonna have quite the crop this year, and our methods have improved. So I would say we should have our best year of garlic yet by a long shot. We've popped all the cloves. We're gonna do a little bit of filtration, pulling out some of those smaller ones and those weaker looking mushy ones. But now we just gotta kind of sort these all out and get them on over to that back plot. I've got my Hori Hori. I've got the Lourdes Italian, the one with the nice thick bulbs, just to show you how to plant. We've shown you before, but why not a little bit of a reminder? So what's nice about the Hori is you can just stab down about 4 inches or so. I went deeper last season because I was planting them later. So I'm only gonna go about 4 inches down, and we may put some mulch on, we may not. But the easy thing to do is just come in, pull this to the side, plop the clove down, obviously pointy side up. Just kind of shove it down in there. Boom, cover back up, and you're good to go. And then you want to go spacing wise, something like this, about 6 inches, and then you can do diagonal for the next row. So you bias like this, like making little triangle grids. So I'm gonna put these in, and Jacques' gonna help out. Let's get to it. Ooh, that was cool. That was a little scary.
That was a cleanup right there.
Yeah. This is so sharp.
Yeah, it's actually legit sharp.
cut you, yeah. So we got to thinking about the fact that you use so many of these labels here, and I wanted to come up with a label that you actually never have to throw away again. So this is the prototype. It's obviously very simplistic. There's a cool little technique that I want to do, but tell me what you guys think. It's stainless steel. It should never, ever wear out, never rust, and it's just a metal forever plant tag. So we're going to call these the Epic Forever Plant Tags. We're all done. We've got this wild contraption that Jacques rigged up. So it uses the hose link quick connect, so water's coming out like crazy. So all you gotta do is quick connect it up down here. If I can find that connection point, which is hard to do upside down. Search for it here. Come on now, where are you? There we go. All right, we're in, connected up. And as soon as you flip this now, it's gonna go out to all these little 360-degree adjustable spray heads. Ah! I didn't put it in all the way. Hold on. There we go. Boom. Really easy way to meter out water. I would say this setup is probably a little more complicated and weird, but you can do it with standard drip line and a hose. The way we did it, you don't have to copy that power post method because these tools aren't really even available, but the basic idea is if you want to wet a large area over a longer period of time, let it actually soak in, you can just use these adjustable sprayers and they'll just kind of plop a nice amount of water down. So now we have to go on over there. There's 3 more beds in our 8 grid, the front 8 as we'll call it, that we need to plant out with some root crops.
Can't help it.
I love flipping stuff so much. My mom used to get so mad at me because I'd flip like glasses while I'm talking to her. Never in my whole life, never dropped a single thing. She's gonna protest that, but never dropped a single thing. And I could just flip things all day long. I'd be happy.
I wouldn't try it on this one. That one's a little dangerous.
Are you challenging me?
You sure? You sure? Want to double? Woo! Life's easy. All right, we're planting some carrots. We're planting some carrots. So I've got the chantenays here. Carrots best planted direct and also best planted sort of in a furrow, which is why we have these tools instead of poking our fingers in the soil. Problem solved, right there. Problem solved. So I'm just, the thing I'm gonna do here is I am gonna smooth the surface out so it's nice and level. But besides that, you just wanna throw a furrow down, sprinkle them in generously, and then you'll just thin them out later on.
Yeah.
And you're good to go.
We have a couple different varieties here.
Yeah, why don't you talk about the one you're doing?
So I've got tender sweet, which I haven't grown before, but they are apparently tender and they are sweet.
Yep.
So that's a good call. What do you have?
I've got, ooh, what is this? Weird flower head, I guess. So I've got the Chantenay to start.
Oh, that's a great one.
Which is great because they don't grow that big. They're great for containers. They're sort of stubby. So if you are a container grower, you don't even need one more than about 6 inches deep to grow a Chantenay pretty well, as long as you got the right soil.
Yep.
What's nice is we built these beds up pretty significantly, I would say. So we've got about 6 inches above ground, and we loosened below the ground as well when we did that big till. So we're gonna be totally fine for carrots. Actually, I'm gonna make a prediction. I think we might have our best season of carrots that I've personally ever had right in this bed right here.
I think it's definitely gonna work.
It's on, like it's looking good, you know?
Yeah.
Crystal ball says it's looking good.
The biggest challenge is with carrots is making sure that they stay wet enough to germinate. And we had some rain and we're gonna have more rain soon. So this is pretty ideal.
Nice time to plant them. They say like plant carrots to about 1/16 of an inch deep. I don't stress about that. I think they'll still come up just fine if you don't do that. And so I'm gonna leave my furrows uncovered for now though, so
okay.
I know where they are, you know?
Oh, I see.
Just so I know. All right, next going in is the Nantes coreless carrot. It says, long storing carrot, high yielding and reliable. Coreless, I would assume, means it does not have that central core where you cut in and you see that little centrifugal circle going on. That's not the right word, but that's fine. Just trying to sound fancy.
Should we do 2 rows of each, or?
I was thinking about it because we might have the space.
Yeah.
I think we say yes. I mean, I want as many carrots as I can get. It's easily my favorite root crop.
It's so good.
By a country mile. Oh, I was an oversprinkle. Christmas came early.
Yeah, sometimes I like think maybe I should try to space them properly. Other times I'm like, can come back and thin it. But the question is, are you going to come back?
Are you going to? And actually, the answer for me is I actually will. I actually do it, which you probably are surprised by. But
I didn't
no.
say anything.
Well, your face said it all, though. No, I do come back and thin because the reason why is because if I go out in the garden, I just kind of look around and I'm enjoying it. It's actually enjoyable to come grab a small one and then eat it, and then, you know, you're good to go for the day.
Juarat?
What?
Why don't you try that? Juarat?
Well, you gotta.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Juarot.
Juarat.
That's not it either.
I don't know. We don't know.
Juarot.
It says it's a flavorful heirloom carrot.
Yeah.
So all of these are from San Diego Seed, I think.
That is correct. Yeah. Brigitte has really expanded her carrot selection and her root crop selection, I noticed this year.
Yeah.
Way more of those, which is great for this type of the year.
Yep. Yeah, the best thing about growing carrots this time of year is that if you grow them in the summer, you'll get carrots.
Yeah.
And you will be able to eat them.
But they will bolt fast.
They will bolt fast, and they won't be as tasty. They won't be as sweet.
You know what? I'm throwing 2 rows down, and that's exactly the perfect amount to just use a pack.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Unless I'm going a little heavy-handed. I might be going a little heavy. Going a little deep on that, but that's fine.
I'm also not completing the row because I'm trying to go around that garlic, and then I'll get on the other side.
Yeah.
A couple volunteers here. Who are we to say no?
You know, when you get a treat from the garden gods, you don't deny them. Okay, Little Finger is this one here. So this guy, super sweet baby carrot, fast maturing, great for container gardening. So all these, I mean, all the ones I planted should be good if you're a patio or a balcony gardener. Don't think you can't grow carrots just because you don't have like a foot deep soil. You definitely still can.
Oh yeah.
So we're not gonna.
Maybe I'll go get one of the other varieties.
Yeah, I say let's throw another variety in the middle.
Let's do it.
Just run it out. Yep. What do you got?
There's not much of it left.
Danvers? Yeah, you can't go wrong with the Danvers.
But
Classic. Good for heavy soils, resistant to cracks and splits.
it's gonna look really nice when they all come out.
Oh,
too.
dude, it's gonna look so good. A little carrot stew.
I've never,
A little carrot soup.
I've never actually had I normally try to jam my carrots into like weird places.
Yeah.
I
You never
always-
planted a full bed?
No.
Yeah.
And
I
I've
don't know
seen-
that I have either.
I've always seen pictures and it just looks so good.
I've seen
always
them.
wanted to do it.
when I went on a seed tour in 2019 of a bunch of these seed companies, I saw huge 100, 200 foot rows of carrots, and I'm talking like fully mature.
And it looks good, right?
It looks so good, yeah. Cool thing about carrots is they need to be sown so shallow that you don't need to obsess about maybe if you're moving these around when you're covering up the furrows, because chances are they're not going to go deep enough for you to worry about it.
It's going to be a really nice bed. Might come over and harvest a couple.
This is what this guy does. He just comes over, he thinks he's got free reign in the garden. All right, we're gonna put in some radishes in the next bed. Jacques has convinced me to do it the hermit way, which is, as you know, if you go watch his channel or watch our tour, a little bit more unkempt and natural.
Yeah,
I don't mean unkempt in a bad way, by the way, I really don't. So instead of doing it in this mechanical way like I tend to garden, and part of that's for you guys, part of that's just because my brain works that way, what we're gonna do here is kind of just scatter them, and then I'm just gonna leaf rake, agitate the soil to cover them up, and maybe 10% of them won't even get covered. It's fine. So I'm ready.
You want to scatter?
I'm ready. No, I'm gonna leaf rake.
Oh, okay.
Because you're the guy who wants it unkempt, so we're gonna
All right, let's
let you live your best life here.
I mean, this is kind of like a very loose idea.
Yeah.
So should we try to do it in an area or just everything random?
This is you. This is Jacques' plot.
All right.
At the Epic Homestead.
I don't know what's gonna happen then.
How does it feel?
Let's see.
How do you feel?
Feels good.
Feels
that
good?
Feels good. That feels right. I'm gonna just scatter.
You're not putting that many on.
Well, I'm gonna do all the packs.
Okay,
I'm gonna just full blend.
Okay, well I'm gonna start scattering then. Chinese watermelon radish, red meat. This one's fat. I mean, this is a fatty radish. Quite nice.
So this will be like a little salad bar.
Oh yeah.
So those seeds are definitely big.
Make it rain. Okay. What do we want to do next? Chinese Shawo fruit. So this is a green radish and it's long, so it actually kind of at first blush looks like a cucumber almost.
Yeah, it does.
But it is not. It's like you're feeding the birds. Okay, I'm gonna throw a couple little sprinkling out here.
I feel like with radishes, like
never hurt anyone.
This might work.
Oh, 100% it'll work. The radish seed's so hardy.
And the cool thing is that a lot of these are gonna grow at different rates.
Yeah.
So
you wanna do one more?
Harvest as you need. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get in there.
So all we're gonna do then is just scrape up the soil a bit and then just water it in. Even if some of these are still on the surface, I think it's fine. I think they'll still germinate. But I guess we'll have to find out. The one thing I want to make sure I don't do is like pull them all to one side, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go back and forth.
And I just throw some on top of wherever you're going.
Yeah. Another smarter way to do this probably would be to grab some soil or compost and just top dress. We're just sort of running low right now, so. Feed the birds.
Here we go. Everyone's got to eat.
Okay, that should work, man.
Yeah.
That should work.
Awesome.
And that was way faster than the carrots.
Way faster.
Although the carrots are gonna look nice.
Yeah.
And I actually want to know where the carrots are.
Yeah, that one's actually, these are all gonna look different. So it's like.
Okay, this is the last bed. Last bit of planting here, we've got the beets. So this is the speed way to do it. Just pull the furrows, same as the carrots, but beets are hardier because their seed is compound. And so you don't have to even care if it's gonna germinate because it's almost guaranteed to. In fact, more than one will. So yeah, just pull the furrows and throw them in. All right, let's talk about these. We've got the Badger Flame beet out of row 7. This is a classic, actually quite beautiful. Sometimes I've noticed that it's a little more finicky. I don't know if you have.
I haven't really grown that one yet.
Yeah, but it's quite a nice one. It's in the golden beet category, which if I had to pick a beet to grow, I would definitely pick golden over non.
Golden is for sure my favorite because they're really good raw.
Yeah, and in a new release from my organizational tendencies, we're actually not labeling these seeds. It's very easy for us to tell what's a Badger Flame and what are you planting over there?
I'm doing golden on the opposite side.
Yeah, so
and they form a different size root, I think.
Exactly. The other thing to remember is, it's a compound seed, so you don't have to stress too much about your spacing. You can actually space them quite aggressively and just thin them out, and it's not a big deal at all.
Yep.
So I'm out over here on 4 rows. Or maybe 5 rows.
Oh wow. You pick up the piss.
Well, I think I might just be a little more heavy-handed than you, honestly. I think I might just be a little too aggro on my seeding. Honestly, it looks good though.
There we go then.
What else you got?
I'm gonna do the Early Wonder. It's like a red beet.
Little pop of those. Little pop of color. So the final 3 of these little micro plots, as well as most of the garlic, are planted out. That means almost all of the garden is planted except for that little section back there, which we'll probably save for another time, still deciding what to do. For now, I'm gonna get some lunch. I'll see you guys in a second. Well, I sent Jacques home for the day. You might see something on his channel coming up in the next few days. But man, I'm just kind of looking at this background here, and this is crazy. It's been a little over a year since I moved in here at the Epic Homestead, and I can't believe everything that's gotten done when you actually look back at something and you see your progress. That whole saying of brick by brick, eventually you build the wall. I think that's the saying. Either way, it is incredible to see this. These incredible, I gotta say, I love these beds. I'm a sucker for a geometric structure. And then you've got these, ooh, what's this? What's this? Custom painted birdies beds, my friends. This giveaway runs until the end of the year, 2021. So make sure that you enter this, just a way to give back to you guys, because I can't express how much just being able to share the gardening journey and connecting with all of you has changed my life for the better, and also changed the lives of people like Jacques, Chris, some of the other members of the Epic team, and there will be many more coming up in 2022. We're actually gonna be actively hiring for about 20 to 25 different roles here at Epic Gardening, so stay tuned for that. But let me show you a little bit of sneak peeks on what's coming up next here at the homestead. So our garlic is in. Actually, this is also alliums as well. It's mostly leeks, and there's some onions right here. The cabbage is doing quite well. We finally got cold enough where the cabbage worms aren't really propagating too much. And so yeah, there is some damage, but as you can see right now, there's no bugs or no pests, not even any eggs on the undersides of these leaves, which is exactly what I want to see, because I always have a problem with brassicas. Over here, this is sort of a random crop of potatoes, but coming in quite healthfully. These look amazing, amazing. And then over here, I did a little bit of dill and fennel. So fennel up front and then dill right here. These were transplanted in, but they're coming in quite strong, and we'll see. I think I should get quite a good harvest there. Over here, this is the herb bed. Probably need to do a little bit of clearing out. I don't use this rue a whole lot. I may end up taking that out, but this is getting nice and bushy. I want to show you a quick 5-second sneak peek of something that I haven't even shown on the main channel yet. Ooh, what could that be, guys? What could that be? Can't hold it too long. Okay, then over here, we have the Epic sink, the Epic outdoor shower, and as we go out front, there's no pathway here because we're putting in the Epic pathway. Whew. Check out these artichoke. These things are going off. What's really cool about it is they'll propagate themselves, right? So you can see there are two right there. But if you wanted to, you could separate those out or thin them out. I actually lost one right here when we were doing some of the digging for this area, but that's okay. I have plenty up here. And then as we get up here in the front, some of you will remember San Juan cabbage strano, the giant cabbage. Well, this is his progeny. This is San Juan cabbage strano Jr. I have actually 3 of them right now. We're protecting them with the chicken cloche here to make sure that we actually have a chance to grow these bad boys. Up here we have more brassicas. This is cauliflower. Got a little lemongrass hanging out up there. And then it's mostly just leafy greens, bok choy, more leafy greens, mustard, carrots, and then another sneak peek of some new products coming to the store quite soon are the Corten steel birdies beds. So these have a protective rust coating that gets even darker over time. Sort of has this nice sort of copper-esque looking patina, but it's stainless steel. So these are coming pretty soon. I'm gonna have these open for pre-order on the store soon. We've got the short round, we've got the short 6-in-1, the tall 6-in-1 style models right there. Well, that's it for today's vlog. We'll see you guys soon. Happy holidays, good luck in the garden, and keep on growing.